All right, I'm gonna give you a sneak preview of what I've done so far in the shop. More to come, but this is the planer bench that I made out of cabinet grade plywood, and then I've trimmed it out with this white ash, so yeah, it looked nicer instead of seeing 2x4 framing. So that's that one, and it's flush with the table saw. Most of the cutting on the table saw is on this side, but if I had to cut a full sheet of, like 4x8 plywood or something, unless I just wanted to cut a little bit off on the right hand side, I might have to move that planer. But as a whole, most of the work I do is going to allow that planer to be there, which is really convenient. There's the shaper table. So this is the first thing I did. Is I always hated pushing that cart that I made for the miter saw around. So I've always wanted to have it stationary and set up so that a long piece of wood could be, put down on the bench and then cut off where I need. This isn't done here yet because I have to, what I'm going to do, just by way of explanation, my wood rack is here. I attach that. So that's where my wood will be, not all those 2x4s to get rid of those. But the idea is that I'll have a piece that is hinged that'll open up back here and go against the wall so that I can step in here, this little recess, and get to the wood easy. And then when I'm done, I just close that top down and it's an extension of the saw now. So it'll be flush with the saw as well. But and that offers, this is a really nice area to work, to put, a drum together or whatever I'm working on. So same thing, use cabinet grade oak plywood, and then trimmed it out in this ash, except on this one I used these dowels that are, it's got a stepped drill bit. You drill into the wood and then you run these dowels in with some glue. And so I decided to use those since I had them. Yeah, so that was, that's gonna come in really handy. What I'm gonna do going forward is my spray booth will be right there. I gotta build that out. And then I've gotta set up my dust collection system. I think I'm gonna run hoses up along the ceiling over these garage door rails, because I don't ever open that door back there, but just to get it up off the floor and make things a little nicer so I don't have to move that dust collection thing around all the time. Of course, there's my compressor and the drill press and so forth. So the finishing booth will be right there. Of course, you've seen my hand planes and stuff like that. It's there. So the lathe over here. So I lowered the headstock from what it used to be when I made a platform for it when I was doing bass drums. Larger things. So now it's back to its factory condition, which is it'll turn 20 inches in diameter. So that's more than enough to turn any snare drum that I would be making, or even a bowl for that matter. And then I've moved my bandsaw to here. So again, the idea, workflow, I can run a long board from either side of the bandsaw. There's enough length and space, or on this side of it, to run a long board through there to do a resaw operation or whatever. I'm gonna take this tail thing off of the lathe that was there when I was turning bass drums and longer drums, so I don't need that anymore. And back here, I'm gonna take that bass drum thing off there and put it up in the room upstairs, and I'm gonna build a shelving unit back there that will hold all of my accessories for the lathe. So I'm just trying to get really organized so that I know where things are and it's not a mess all the time. Same thing here. Once I build the spray booth, it'll go, probably the whole window right there. What's underneath it will be, open space where I can put, a different shelving down through there, and also put things. So, yep, that's it for now. So I'll send other pictures or video going forward. Of course, you remember the brewing operation there. So see ya.